Guys, as you can tell by the sky, it's a great day to fly. The only problem is it's really hot. Today would be a great day to fly from inside the truck. So where do we start with this video? A couple of weeks ago we released an update video like we normally do. This was the 1.13.4 update, I believe, and it was for the DJI Mini 4, the Mini 4 Pro, and the RC2 controller. We got a lot of comments that week telling us that our compass had the jitters. And trust me, these aren't the good jitters. These are the jitters that'll make you dizzy. So what did we do in response? We released a follow-up video on that to try to get some answers as to why the jitters were happening and how to fix them. So we did our compass calibration thinking that that might solve the problem, and of course it didn't. I'm telling you what though, we were inundated with comments with suggestions on how to fix the compass, reasons why the compass was doing what it was doing, how I messed up the compass calibration, and just all kinds of different things. After this was pointed out to us on our video, I saw several videos that were posted showing the same thing from different people, and they didn't realize it either until they, I guess, heard about it. Well, I think that today we're going to be able to put this whole situation to bed and hopefully forget about it. But there's also going to be a bonus. I'm going to cover two topics today. All right, we're here at the training facility again, and there is a vehicle here, but I don't see any people. I just see the vehicle. I wonder if they're in the vehicle, because it is lunchtime. They could be sitting here eating lunch for all I know. All right, so we're going to park in the same place that we parked last time. So this is a fair test, if it even is a test. Well, here we are in our favorite spot. We're about ready to get started, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of what comments we got last week. I had to take notes because there were so many different suggestions, so Christy had to write this stuff down for me so I could remember it. Anyway, our whole goal for this video last week was to try to solve the problem for the jitteriness of the compass. We got comments suggesting that all that we have to do is an RC2 controller calibration. We got several suggestions saying that in the bottom left-hand corner where the compass is, or I'm sorry, the upper left-hand corner, there's a white thing that you push, and that changes the orientation of the compass, where it moves the controller from the center of the compass to the drone to the center of the compass. We got some people saying that maybe the problem is because we're inside this truck flying. We got all kinds of comments from people saying that I calibrated the drone too close to the truck. Now in these videos it's deceptive. I'm not saying that I wasn't too close to the truck, but in the video it looked like I was a lot closer to the truck than I really was. I don't think that was the problem, but then again it could have very well been. We got some comments suggesting that we reset to a factory reset, and then we've also got some comments that we had some transmission interference. So where do we start? I think that everything on this list was a great suggestion, but we got one comment that really stood out. And I'm going to read that comment to you. It might be a little bit long, but listen to what he has to say. Got a comment from South California Drone. I think that's what it is. It's SoCal Drone. Got a comment from him saying the accelerometer in the controller is more sensitive when in one mode versus the other because it's using 360-degree input from the controller. This results in a more detailed output. To test this, set your controller on a flat level stationary surface like a table and switch between the two compass settings, and you'll see that they display the same stable output. Once you lift the controller and rotate it, you will see a significant change in the output on the compass indicator. SoCal Drone is a retired micro-robotics engineer, so obviously here's his knowledge, and down here under the floorboard is my knowledge when it comes to this stuff. So I think that he's probably right. Ultimately, I think what we've learned here is that the compass jitters is normal. I don't think that there's really anything wrong with the RC2 controller. It's just very sensitive, which is kind of a good thing. I was comparing the Mini 2 versus the Mini 4, the RC N1 controller with an iPhone versus the RC2 controller. That may not be a fair comparison because it seems to me that the internal structure of the RC2, the accelerometers as he puts it, inside the RC2 controller are a lot more sensitive than what's in the iPhone. So this compass wouldn't jitter around nearly as much as the RC2 controller because it's just not set up for that. SoCal Drones, if I'm wrong about what I just said, please let me know in the comments. Even though we now understand that this is just a normal compass reaction from the RC2, I still think that I've got a way to demonstrate that we can take care of it once and for all and get it to disappear. So I'm going to get Dwight out of his bag and I'm going to get him all set up and I'm going to demonstrate what I'm talking about. You guys see Dwight's new home? This is pretty cool. I don't even have to get out of the truck now to get him out of his bag. Oh my gosh, I just did it right. I want to give you guys a pro tip from this unprofessional about how to insert the battery into the drone and not have it upside down. I learned this from a comment the other day, and I'll put his comment right here. But anyway, he said, labels up, idiot. Look at that, it worked. All right, screen recording's up, guys. Hey, look, you can see my reflection in the phone here. We'll turn that around. We'll get rid of that. Hey, look, it's the fisherman. I'm not going to put Dwight out on the back of the truck yet. I'm just going to put him here in this seat because this isn't a drone test thing yet. This is still just a controller test. So you guys see in the left-hand corner, I'm holding the thing what I think seems still, but it's still jittering back and forth. I mean, it's not bad right now, but it's still moving back and forth. But watch when I move the controller around. Look how jittery that thing gets. It's horrible. And that's what it was doing on last week, or the videos. Well, not surprisingly, we've got another comment too that also has shed some light on the possibility of this being just normal. Rob Brigham sent a message the other day that said, this has nothing to do with the firmware update. You had the problem before. And he gave me a link to one of our older videos. This is the link to the 1.12.1 fly up update video. Well, in that demonstration video, the compass was doing the exact same thing. So apparently Dwight has had this jittery compass since the first time that we even flew him, and I didn't even know it. I didn't realize it for almost, how long has it been? Like 8 months? Anyway, let's get back to what we're doing here. So you see the radar or the compass in the bottom left-hand corner. Now what SoCal Drone said to do was he said just to simply set the controller down and it'll stop moving, and it has. So I think that he's 100% right in his assessment that even though we feel like we're holding the controller straight and level, we're not. It's sensing the slightest movements that we have whenever we're just sitting here holding this controller. So this is a sensitive controller, and I think that that should give us even more confidence on what these drones can do. Well, if you guys don't want to accept what I've learned as the gospel, which I understand, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I've got another solution that will help you 100% take care of this problem. And it's this right here. What you do is you touch, there's a little L looking thing in the bottom left-hand corner. Just touch that. All of your problems have gone away. Man, telling you what, I thought of that. All right, with all that shenanigans behind us, let's get to the second thing that I wanted to demonstrate today. We get inundated with comments saying that you're flying from inside your truck, you're causing signal issues and blah, blah, blah. And we have demonstrated in the past with the Mini 2 and with the Mini 4 Pro that the signal from inside the truck, as far as we go, we only go like 1,500 to 2,000 feet out at the most. The signal that we have, we hardly ever lose any bars whatsoever when we're sitting in the truck. So I want to demonstrate that today so we can put that myth to bed also. So basically what today is it's myth busting day. So let me get Dwight out on the back of the truck so he can maintain his satellites. Well, Dwight, I'm excited for you to prove that we're right. And I know we're still going to get some comments about it. All right, well, we've got Dwight on the back of the truck. We've got 22 satellites. We've got a perfect signal. We're in normal mode. I'm going to hit the 3 dots and show you what we're using. Dwight, the Mini 4 Pro. We're on fly app version 1.13.5. And the aircraft firmware is 01.00.0500. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly up. I'm going to fly out probably 2,000 feet. Let me hit, I think it's takeoff permitted. I'm going to change the max distance to 2,000 feet. Whoa. 2,000 feet, not 3. All right, there you go. There you go. 2,099 feet. So we'll go with that. I'm going to keep these antennas folded in because I always forget to do that anyway. And I'm hoping that I'm right here, that we're not going to lose the signal. All right, let's get them started. Right, we're going to go straight up in the air to 22 feet-ish. I guess we went up to 40 feet, so I guess that's high enough. We're facing the drone right now, so I'm just going to fly him straight out. And that's the right stick. I'll fly him straight out, and we're going to get up to probably 100 feet, give or take, 150 feet, and we're going to see if he's going to lose any of his bars. Look how cool that view is. Oh, you know what? It looks like why is it so green? The colors are off, but it's in auto mode, right? Maybe this pond isn't something that people should be fishing at. Maybe it's like that for a reason. What do you think? I'm going to pull this gimbal down. All right, so we're already 1,000 feet out. We've lost zero signal. It's still perfect. And he's flying like a champ. Almost 1,400, almost 1,500 feet out. Still zero signal loss. Everything's still perfect. We still have 24 satellites. I don't even see a glitch here, but I do have a bug flying right around my face. Get away from me. All right, so we're almost to 2,000 feet, and we've had zero signal loss. So that, I think, is proof positive that sitting in the truck, for what we can do with these mini drones, keeping them in visual line of sight and stuff, I think that that's proof positive that we don't need to be outside of a vehicle. It doesn't interfere I don't even have the antennas out. So guess what? I think myth busted. What do you think? All right, let me get him home.
Return to home.
I love watching that green line spin around like that. That's cool. Why is he making that big loop like that? That's weird. That's pretty cool though. All right, he's straightening out now. Well, I'm gonna take the GoPro out there and we're gonna watch him land. Look at him dancing. It is windier than it looks. All right, he's right above us. He's looking straight down at us, and I'm hoping that he gets closer to that landing pad than it looks like in the video feed there, but he's gonna adjust. It still shows that he's a foot away. All right, buddy, here you go. This is your time to shine. All right, come on. Look at him moving around. It is windy. Looks like he's gonna be a little bit off on his landing pad. Or is he adjusting? I can't tell. Looks like it's gonna be good though. It's still good. Oh, he's blowing the landing pad away, so now we're not gonna know. All right, good job, buddy. I don't know how much more clear evidence we could have than that flight. 2,000 feet, losing 0 bars, perfect. I was gonna do a second flight and walk all the way over that way, away from the truck, and do a flight and show you guys that it didn't lose any bars either. But I really don't know what's the point. I think that we've proven the point that being in the truck has absolutely no bearing on the signal at the distances that we go. Now, that's not to say that the truck doesn't cause any interference at all. I'm very certain that if I was to fly that way and I had this distance between the controller and the window, I think there would be a signal loss. I think if I flew behind the truck, there would be some signal loss. But flying straight forward and keeping the controller aimed in the direction of the drone, 0 problems at all. Well, with those myths busted, I think it's time that we move on to bigger and better things. So we're going to do some different tests, some better tests with Jack, Rose, and Dwight. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. God bless. Oh, look out.